So I think that one of the biggest advantages is that you basically get a deadline that you have to work for. Usually all acceleration programs end at some point. Usually most of them last for 3 or 6 months. And the best thing, in my opinion, is that you know that come that date where you have to pitch or you have a demo day, you have to show up with something. And that really forces you to work as hard as you can to look as best as you can on that day. And I think that's the biggest advantage for most programs, is that it gives you that sense of urgency. Whereas if you didn't, like, it's just you and your friends working, and it's very easy to get derailed and kind of like, you know, not work as hard as you should. Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, like, it's an acceleration program that has that deadline that you have to work for. Just for that, it's already very valuable. And of course, then you have, like, Lisbon is an incredible place to be in. And I mean, we've visited like California and a bunch of places where startups go, and Boston and New York. And I still believe that Lisbon has a lot of potential, and it's an incredible place to work at. And the Lisbon Challenge program, I think, is gonna keep growing. And it was a very, very good period for us. We worked really hard during it, and we accomplished a lot of things. So I would definitely recommend it. Yeah. Right. So for us, it really brought us together. We had our team is made of 4 people, 3 Portuguese and 1 American, and we managed to the American guy, he flew over from Seattle, and he was here with us during the program. So it brought us together. It put us in an environment where we were next to startups from all over the world, and we were working with them, and those connections that we made during the program, they've lasted, and they've been beneficial for everybody.
And again, like, seeing people like work on their product and seeing that those products evolve made us like work even on our product and make it evolve even faster. And like the deadline is really important. At the end, like, we had like this demo day where we pitch in front of like all these investors, and we want to look good. So like that's a really cool thing about like Lisbon Challenge too. That after 3 months you have like this pitch day, and you know you have to work for that.
So YC, of course, opens a lot of doors. It's a program with a huge network. It really makes it a lot easier, for instance, to get investment after the program. And it's really like once you arrive to Mountain View and you start working there, you realize that that's like the epicenter of innovation in the world. It's there, like it's not a coincidence that all these great companies started there. You know, Google, Facebook, all these companies started there, and you just feel it in the air. You go to a coffee shop, everybody there, it's like working on something amazing. Right? There's a particular coffee place called Red Rock in Mountain View that we usually go to work. And it's amazing because like everybody, you look to the side and everybody is like
showing an iPhone, like pitching to an investor, coding like really hard.
You see one guy wearing a hoodie on his laptop, and in front of him there's a guy with a shirt, and he looks like an investor. So you see like so many things happening in just like a regular coffee shop. Yeah. And so that vibe that you get there, it ends up like really forcing you to work as hard as possible, and because everybody that is next to you is doing really cool shit.
Also makes you iterate really fast. Either you file fast or you succeed.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's really useful. Otherwise,
we've made some serious changes in the product that have resulted from like just us like talking to as many people as possible and realizing some of the assumptions that we made that were not true, and that it really made that whole process way faster.
And another cool thing about YC is like the weekly dinners. So every Tuesday we have a dinner, and that's really cool because you get to like meet all these startups. So during the week you don't see anybody, like, or you can meet like these startups, but week after week you can see that their progress, and you want to have progress. So you are talking to all these people. It's like mini demo days, you know, like it's mini like. So you have to set like really hard deadlines for that week, you know, and that's really cool. Like each week you have like a new hard deadline, a new thing that you have to add to your product, or like a number of like customers that you have to contact. You know, it's really cool.
And it's cool because like if you're just working by yourself, you know, if you don't accomplish something 1 week, who cares? You don't have a boss. You don't have to tell it to anybody. Whereas there, if you meet with a mentor 1 week, you come 1 week afterwards, and you haven't solved the problems that you had. Like, he's gonna tell you, what were you doing? Why didn't you solve this? And so it gives you that pressure that you otherwise wouldn't get, because you're working for yourself. So.
Exactly.